Hey, do you have a PDF of the textbook that you could send me?
Sure, I got it from Oksana the other day, so I'll forward you a copy.
Wait, isn't that illegal?
No, it's a fair use. We're using this for our education.
No, it's called stealing. If you copy the whole book, it would affect the publisher's sales.
No.
So then, how do publishers make money? If you
Pretty
could just
good.
copy the textbook at will.
Pretty good point. There are all copyright laws that prevent people from copying other people's work, but because it's so easy, nobody pays attention to it.
But convenience is king, so if a publisher just made their work easier to get, then more people would buy that, right?
Yeah, but the key fact is that you have to remember that copying is a byproduct of this internet age. So with more convenience that comes from copying, more and more people are going to do it.
Must have been a simpler time back then.
Finals for CIS.
Hey guys, I got our textbook. I made some copies. Who wants some?
No thanks.
I might just buy a book because those papers look so inconvenient.
Yeah, and didn't making copies of them, like, didn't it take forever?
Those copies must have cost a fortune.
I don't think they're holding up well either. This is probably why copies aren't illegal.
Right on, because copying is so inconvenient.
Yeah, I think you'd rather buy a book instead, because the quality is much better and it would last much longer than these
Flimsy
papers
pieces of
rolling
paper.
around.
So no.
No.
I think I might just buy a book too. So I guess it was a different time.
Definitely. All of our digitized content is separated from their material containers, which means that copying is so much easier.
So with everything becoming digitized, do we still own all of our stuff? Because I have been hearing about the licensing stuff, but I don't understand like how it works and the content of it.
Well, when we license the content from its producers, we don't own it anymore, but we're allowed to use it.
So what about our rights to first sale?
I heard about this in our CIS class.
Here, let me Google it. Hold on. Alright, so it says, essentially, the first sale doctrine is that if you purchase something, the rights to sell that thing commercially now belong to you, not the copyright holder. So it's like if you want to rent or sell something that you bought, you have the right to do that, and you don't really have to consult the copyright owner. They don't really have the ability to set a resale or price or date or anything like that. So essentially, what you own is now yours.
That sounds like some serious common sense.
So essentially, the doctrine of first sale says if you own something, you get the control of it after it's been sold. That's
Yeah, but the thing with the doctrine for sales, that really only applies to physical media, physical
right.
things.
So are you saying that the separation of the media and the container is a problem then?
Yeah, that's a big issue now because there's some serious battles going on about how inheritance with digital content should really be handled.
So I have different rights when I purchase a CD rather than when I go on iTunes and purchase music from their website?
Yep, and the problem right now is when the things are downloaded, they are sold as a license to use at the copyrighted link.
So if we license something, we aren't allowed to resell it?
That makes sense though, because it's so easy to copy with digital media that someone can sell their file to someone else to benefit unfairly.
I see like the problem right now is with inheritance rights because the digital licenses right now are in a gray area. So.
Well, that's something the state legislatures have been trying and struggling to work over and with, because it's a big problem for things like iTunes libraries or any kind of online media collection that somebody accrues over their lifetime.
So you really don't own what you bought, but you paid for it.
But that seems like really wrong. I think like if you buy something, you get the control of it. You get to own it, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like passing down collections of media would be really hard if one person got the license to own everything.
The problem is that there's no real standard on how states or anybody really deals with the media. So there's no one set way to deal with something. So a company like Valve or Steam will say nobody owns something after they die, and another company may say that, oh, their rights continue on to their inheritors, their heirs.
But this kind of makes sense for streaming services that offer a license to a collection like Netflix or Spotify.
Yeah, but see, like all of our digital media that we buy, it's kind of seems like it's the rights are getting ripped off, and we're not getting control of it.
Yeah, I know that some states like Delaware are moving towards treating like the digital libraries as like the physical town reports itself, and the whole country is moving towards that direction.
But it's a right choice that they made, and it's a great thing.
If not, I'm moving to Delaware.
Yeah, me
Me
too.
too.